She handling her
No, no,
business, but
Her name in the
I'm
title.
having.
Let her talk. Shit.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's
it.
like I'm having a conversation where it's like people in this business, you know what it is. It's like don't fake call me the Olivia Pope of shit. You know what she do? She get her fucking hands dirty. With Jason's situation, I got my hands dirty. I apologize for that. For Keita, I didn't know about her situation. Her and I will talk offline. Jess wants the fame from this. I'm not owning that because this was somebody I was once friends with. So I'm not gonna go and do the B word, the this, the that. And what she's even offended by is because now I don't have a problem with that other girl. And we weren't supposed to have a problem. If Jess would have just put us on the phone, people be wanting to do all this, the extras for what? And the same thing if Joyner's in this room. I hit Charlemagne this morning because I saw his tweets. This shit was 7 years ago. And I'm not the only person. When somebody hires you, let me explain this for people in here. When somebody hires you, you do not keep the full fund. I don't get to walk away, and I don't even think it was $60,000. I think he's going off Cam's number from when he was mad I did Tax Stone's interview. But this is not even referring to Cam. He's referring to 60,000, whatever the number was at the time. He has the contracts, right? I believe he posted. That goes to a radio person was hired, a PR person was hired, a mix show person was hired. There are people that allotted to that budget. It wasn't only me. I'm sorry that you felt as though you weren't where you needed to be. Because at the same time I was working with him, I was also working Dave East. And I'll never forget what pissed him off to a point that he said, I'm fucking fed up. It was an NBA 2K event. I think it was 2K, but it was a basketball event. I told him to get there at a certain time. He came like an hour or 2 hours later, and he had to wait, and he was pissed. At the time, it was in New York, and I was in LA, and he was pissed that he had to wait. He called me. They called me a few days later while I was on vacation. I'm sorry if I'm in another country. It's my birthday. I'm allowed to have some time off, and I couldn't get right back to you. The one thing I say I'm gonna take from this, and this is something that I have to realize. I have to remember when certain talent come into this and they see you work with a Nipsey or a YG or a Jeezy or whoever else, they assume they be like, you know what, I'm gonna get the same hotness. It takes
nope.
time. It takes time. It's not something that's built overnight. And I actually want to have a conversation with him, but he didn't want to have a conversation with me. He wanted to have a conversation on social. Nobody took anything from you because if you want to say that, it's like it was a plethora of people hired. And I put that in my statement back. Like I tried to have a real conversation with you this morning. Like, yo, let's get to the bottom of this because I don't like you feeling like this. I don't want you to walk around thinking I took this from you or I made you feel some type of way. There's some shit from 7 years ago. 7 years ago. I'm not saying I'm the toughest person in the world, but I've seen you before. You didn't say anything to me. I know you got a woman. So it's just like if anybody would have felt a way, like there's so many different ways. I didn't get legal papers, nothing. It just goes on Twitter because you know what? It goes back to that saying, oh, somebody's kicking her back in. That's the last time he did it. When somebody else was kicking my back in, he said, let me jump in on this too. Oh,
Karen,
Jess
can
and
I ask you
Hers
a
beefing?
question? Karen,
Yes.
can I ask you a question?
Who's this? What?
Well, look, this whack. It was
All
on the
right, go ahead.
BDS. On the
Mm-hmm.
BDS, if we was to pull the BDS, will it show as mixed show activity?
Hopefully so. Yeah.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
did he get added to mixed shows? What I'm asking.
I believe so. Yeah, I had to get, excuse me, a college radio person
Okay. Yeah.
and a mix show person for his stuff. From verifying his Twitter, getting his Apple page together. I still have these things from 2015, making sure
Mm-hmm.
that he's at events. And that's my thing is I have to realize at times with a lot of new artists, it's harder to break. And I need to push back, which I have not done. I have not done for like the last year. Is I can't do this because it's the expectations of what they want is not physically possible in a couple of days at all.
Just so everybody know,
Like I
Karen, I think what you
literally.
what you should do, Karen. Look,
Mhm.
I'm gonna do you a
Mhm.
favor. When
Mhm.
somebody gives somebody $60,000 for this, right? Okay, only about twenty
Mhm.
percent is gonna go towards the person that's making sure the service is handled. So let's like 12,000 go to Karen to her company. That's how that works. The other 48, you paying radio, you paying mix show, you paying people. You know, I spend personally about 150,000 on radio per song, so it ain't a whole lot of money there. I know to a lot of people that ain't in
Yeah.
this game. They hear that shit
They
and they
think it
think
is.
that's
They think they're
it's
like.
not. So
Sorry to
I'm
cut you off.
saying you
Like
should
that's
touch on that though. Touch on that so people understand.
So say someone says, okay, I have, all right, I'm gonna give you $100,000. Then there goes, all right, I gotta break it down. Radio, but then there's if it's gonna be mixed show, now I have to include advertising, which is social advertising. Then there's your PR person, there's your marketing director, there's your person who's handling your social, there is the person who's moving you around, your videographer. I probably will bring home 10K from it. So that's why it's like I rather deal with companies than artists, because people think it's this money. They'll go to my page, oh, that's where the 60K went. I'm like, 60K went where? You don't get to bring all that home, and on top of it, you pay taxes off of this. So it's not easy at all, and it's not what, and again, it's not what people, this perception of, oh, I just get to bring this home and I'm getting to live this life. This shit is not easy at all. This shit is not fucking easy at all. I took the chance on, because a homegirl of mine, this happened to me twice. It happened with JR, and it happened with this gentleman here I met through my friend. And she's yes, you got to work with them. You should
Conductor,
definitely
mute
Mute
that.
her.
Mute the mic.
somebody
Conductor, mute
somebody
What's
that.
up,
got
Wack?
mic.
It's Miss Soul
Whoever else
Somebody
Virgo.
is
got to mute
mute.
their mic.
Mute the mic.
My
It's
fault.
Miss
My
Soul
fault.
Virgo.
But okay, but it's like people think you get to you allocate all these funds and it get to come home. No, it got to be bust down. There's so many different people and entities who work for you. It's so many different things. So by the time this is done, I'm taking home 11-12K from it. But then on top of that, I got to pay taxes. I got a check the other day. I kid you not. I got a check the other day for $40,000. Do you know how much I took home? $17,000. Taxes.
Sis, I hear
And
you.
there's a lot of times I know I don't make it any better because I don't engage and I don't have the conversation. And then people text me, get out the room. No, we're gonna have a real organic conversation, because I want to hear what people have to say. And then at the same time, I want to have a voice myself. I want to have a voice and tell people what's going on. Like Joyner missed me with that. You and I could have got on the phone. You didn't want to get on the phone. You didn't want to get on the phone today. We could have hashed this out, but you want to do it for social. I'm not doing this for social. I'm not doing that front face bullshit because it makes you feel good, or you get on a blog, whatever. Jesse, same thing. You like the attention from it. Because if I was such a fucked up person who was a thief, who was with the Clintons, who was all of this, you would have never been my friend last year. It was just a couple of months ago. It was all good. It was all good before that fucking Halloween party set you off. And I'm sorry. I'll say this. I'm sorry you couldn't come upstairs. I'm not trying to disrespect her on this call or everything else. And it's like, it's fun to her. This shit is not fun. This shit is not cool to me. I'm never going to sit here with whoever it is. When folks try to kick whoever's back in, I don't take enjoyment in this. And to Keita, who was the first person who was on here, me and her have a side combo, because there's so much I'm not going to say on this public, because obviously people are recording this. I'm not going to say on this public thing. Her and I are going to have conversations on the side, because I'm never, and I wholeheartedly live by this, because I know the feeling of being not looked upon, or people being upset with you or whatever. I'm all for communication. Me and Wack had an issue one time where he hit me on the text in the middle of a concert, like, yo,
My
what the fuck are
story to
you
share.
doing? And me and him, when we saw each other, I'm like, Wack, let's talk. Let's communicate. And that's what it is. And that's really what it boils down to. It's about communication.
Basically,
I wanted to do that with Joyner. He didn't want to do that. He
my
wanted to get on. He wanted to get on here. He wanted to get on social and make a whole big thing. So now it turns into Karen's doing this, Karen's doing that. But for some freaking reason, I was at Beats by Dre. I'm at Louis Vuitton. I'm working with all these other companies. So it's like the blessings got to be coming from somewhere. I'm not running around here trying to snake my own fucking people. Niggas doing that to
No,
Haitians right
she ain't
now.
ducking
And
nobody
and
because she
and
damn sure didn't duck me. She
yeah,
ain't
and it's
ducking
like
nobody.
people are like, why are you gonna go into this room, nigga? Why not? Kevin
Facts.
Hart is the one who put me on
Talking
to
about.
this, and I said, Kevin, why would you walk into this room? He said, why wouldn't I walk into a room about me? So I'm gonna come in here and have this conversation, and it's like, yeah, I'm still moving forward with my shit with Jessie. If she wanna have a sidebar, but girl, cut it out. All you're doing, I wake up every day and I'm living my life. This girl have done countless interviews about me. So what you want me to do? How am I supposed to play this out? Am I supposed to knock her teeth in? Or am I supposed to go the legal way? We supposed to fight like fucking animals? We're two Haitian women. We're two Haitian women, but obviously we can't have a conversation because she wants everything on social. This is just like a moment. This is a moment. This ain't a moment for me. I don't feel good arguing with another Haitian woman. And then she's putting bits and pieces on how this story is told. The only person in this room I gave an was Jason. That was the only person because I told him to take something off his site. He didn't want to take it off his site, and I did my bully shit. I'll apologize for that, and I apologize to him. He's the only one who's getting it out of me from this situation besides Keita, who felt like her voice wasn't heard or she was minimized in the situation. Other than that, I ain't got nothing for Jessie because we were once friends and you took it to a whole nother place by disrespecting me. But then you're disrespecting our country in a fucked up time. In a fucked up time. You're raising money, that's cool. I'm raising my shit too. All that money, if you click that link, that to Hope for Haiti, 100% of the proceeds. I'm not sitting here degrading nothing she got to do. But for some reason, she's going through my timeline, clicking up, linking up with niggas that don't fuck with me. Maybe somebody I gave a $2 tip to instead of a 10 to do whatever else. Like, that shit is fucking corny.
When I
That
met
shit
you
is
the first
corny.
time I met you through Sky Zoo, and I never ever seen you in person. Never. I talked to you through the phone. I talked to Sky Zoo. I heard about you through Nip. I heard about you through. This is around the time Nipsey did his $100 mixtape shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, Karen's the way to go. At the time, I was fucked up. I had an investor. He done already kicked up so much money, and the only thing that I had left was a little bit of bread that we had left, in which we chose to hire you, and that was a big decision on our behalf because that was all that was really
Wait,
left in the budget.
I'm sorry. Who am I talking to
Yeah,
right
it's
now? This
Joyner. This
Joyner?
is
Joyner
Joyner.
Okay,
This
cool.
is
Lucas.
Joyner.
Okay, cool.
That's all that was really left in the budget at that time. That was 2015. You keep saying it was 7 years ago, but that was a big time in my life. My son was about to be just born. My back was against the wall. I had an investor who kicked up hundreds and thousands of dollars, on behalf of me. And at this time, hiring you was like our last ditch effort to really do something. And I really believed in the name Karen Civil. And, just reading the publications and talking to Sky Zoo co-signing like a motherfucker. Yo, that's my girl. Yeah, yo, Karen's the real deal. Yeah, 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 that's my homie. And I kept telling Sky, like, yo, you sure? You sure this is your girl? Like, you sure you trust? He was like, yo, you're not even gonna have a problem. Trust me. I said, all right, bet. So we reached out to you and you had put together a little memo. We talked about it. You agreed to do it. That included blog placements for song releases, delivery of digital short creation stories, facilitating interviews with media publications, building fan engagement, articulated social content capture and red carpet event opportunities, iTunes, beat music productions, radio interviews, acquiring booking agents, showing openings, all that shit, right? And at the time, that was everything. It was like, word, finally somebody that's gonna help us because I ain't know nobody that can help us. I'm from motherfucking Worcester, Massachusetts, and I'm out here in Boston. Ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know the first thing to fucking do to get on. So I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, align myself with somebody that's already in the game doing it. This person gonna take me under their wing. You name your price. Your price was 60K, whatever the fuck it was. It was like, bet, let's pay that. Told my investor, let's pay that. This motherfucker said, you sure? You sure you want to pay this woman? I said, Skyzoo say you know her. Let's pay her. Mind you, like I said, my son about to be born. So I said, fuck it, let's go. We paid you. I remember going to the bank. We went with Skyzoo. I walked in to the bank with the nigga. I'm involved in the whole fucking process. I'm watching the whole shit go down. As soon as he sent that bread, I was happy as a motherfucker. I said, word, Karen Civil, nigga, I'm telling everybody back home and shit, nigga, I'm about to have Karen, because all I see is the perception, Nipsey, everything else that you
But you
doing. I'm
got
like,
Nip,
word,
cuz.
finally, somebody about to come up, somebody about to come help me, save me, you know what I'm saying? And finally, I'm about to do something. I don't give a fuck what it is. If she gets me some shows, if she, whatever, just take me under your wing, put me on some blogs, do something, because I ain't have shit popping. I had a music video I was working on called Ross Cappuccioni. As soon as that money was paid, we had like a conversation on the phone. Everything was peachy on his phone call. You were like, yeah, we're going to do this, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, word. I felt real good. And as soon as we hung up, we ain't really hear shit from you. That was it. That was really it. And every single time I try to reach out to you, you talking to me like I'm traction. That's not why I got you. I felt like you sold me a fucking dream. And then you stopped answering my phone call. Mind you, I got a son on the way. And this is all I got. You feel me? So I'm real fucked up now. And then you, every time you answer the phone, it was like, nigga, what you want type shit. Like, you like, I'm bothering you. And then I noticed you said some shit on your tweet, like, or the shit that Shade Room posted, your little letter and shit, where you was like, oh, you know, artists think they have 24 access to you. Motherfucker, if I just handed you 60K and I had access to you before, I should have access to you now. I can't talk to you? Who the fuck you think you? I can't have a conversation with the person I just handed 60K to her account. I don't know who the fuck you paid or what. You didn't give no breakdown. Hold on, fam. I'm gonna let you speak. I'm gonna let you
Okay, go
speak, but
Hold
ahead.
I'm
up,
just
Ken.
getting.
Let him
I
speak.
got you.
Wait, just one second,
I'm okay. I'm
Nah,
Joyner.
okay
Joyner,
with
let him
letting
speak,
somebody
Ken.
else
Let him
talk.
speak,
And
Just
Ken.
I
Hey,
no,
finish
hold
no, no,
shit.
on.
no, no,
I'll
Wait,
no.
shut
wait.
the
Hey,
fuck up.
Joyner, real quick, bro.
Hey, look. I'll shut the
Joyner.
fuck up when
Listen,
somebody
listen,
else is
listen.
talking. I won't
Y'all
say
need
shit.
to allow him to finish his
Yo, if
point.
somebody else, when Karen's time to talk, I promise I'll shut the fuck up. I won't say nothing.
Go ahead,
I
bro.
just
You
need them
good.
to
Go
hear
ahead,
me
bro.
out.
You
You
Go
heard?
good. You
ahead, go
good.
ahead,
Go ahead,
go
bro.
ahead,
So
Joyner.
like,
Go
yo,
ahead.
she's saying a lot of shit like, yo, artists think we're supposed to have 24-hour access. This is where you fucked up, in my opinion. When you sent this voice memo, I mean this deal memo, you never broke down what exactly you were doing with the bread. It was like it was all going to you, and whatever you decide to do with it is what you decide to do with it. And we put a lot of trust behind that. I didn't even question what you did with the money. Whatever you choose to do or whoever you choose to pay was a trust situation that I felt like you knew what the fuck you were doing. If I thought you was about to go pay for some mix shows and radio, I would have never did that shit. That's not what I needed. I didn't want that shit. I needed you to come through, put your fucking arm around me, the same way I seen you put your arm around Nip, and I had those conversations with you on the phone. Well, I said, yo, the same shit, when you put your arm around Nip and all these different things you doing, I look up to that shit. That's what I need from you. That's what I want. That's what I'm paying for. And everything was cool. We on the same page. And now all of a sudden it's woo, woo, woo. I can't do this. I don't know what niggas expect from me. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, what are you talking about, bro? And then you didn't answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? Every time I hit you, you wasn't answering the phone. And now you want some, I try to have a conversation with you. Where the fuck was my conversation 7 years ago when I wanted to have one? When I'm in the fucking slums, in the back alley of my old fucking 132 Dewey Street apartment, bro. Where was my conversation when I was calling you and my son was about to be born and I didn't know what the fuck was about to happen? When you was on vacation and you told me, don't disturb me while I'm on my fucking vacation. Where was my conversation? I didn't get no fucking conversation, did I? So why the fuck do I want to hop on the phone with you and hear you out now? Now I gotta hear you out for you to be like, hey, Joyner, what's the problem? Why you feel like this? Oh,
So
now.
Joyner,
So that's how I feel. You heard?
Joyner,
That's how I
John.
feel. I'm not
I
trying to.
listen,
I'm not trying to be
listen,
hype. I'm not trying to disrespect
listen.
nobody. I got a
Okay,
lot of emotions from
I,
back then that's
I,
coming up. You feel me? And I'm not
cool,
trying to disrespect
cool.
nobody. I'm just, you
Karen,
feel
let
me?
Hey,
him
But I'm gonna
hey,
let you
finish.
talk.
Joyner, let
Let
me
him
ask
finish.
you a
Yeah.
question, Joyner. How would
What's
you
up?
want Karen to correct the situation with you and her? How would you want it done?
Now, I want to. Can I answer that first before he answers this?
Yes,
Can I
yes.
answer? Can I? Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Who is that?
This is
That was
Keita.
Keita.
Keita. Okay. Cool. Let me answer this first, Joyner. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you in neutral tones. So I get what you're saying, the disrespect of everybody else. Let's not do that to one another.
Nah,
I
I'm not
get your no,
disrespecting
no,
you.
no.
I'm,
Listen,
I'm
listen.
just saying my voice is it's
Be
not to be disrespectful to like I'm yelling at
so.
you. I just have a lot of
Mhm.
passion on what I'm saying, and I don't want you to
Okay.
take it like that. It's not to
Okay.
that. I just you feel me?
Okay.
So
Okay. I got that. So I'm gonna say this to answer your questions and to answer what you just said. I had conversations with. Does Sean still work with you?
yeah, he's still
Okay.
day one.
Yeah, cool. Okay, cool. Sean and I had plenty of conversations. I've sent Sean emails. I literally still have these emails pulled up from May 22nd, 2015. I had to literally go back and look for it for the people that the people that I brought upon on your team. The same way you said, Ken, I didn't know you was doing all of this. Whoop de whoop. It's a conversation I had with Sean. I know you need certain things. The area you were from, you told me I got radio and I got city on lock here. Cool. So when it comes to interviews, when it comes to certain things, I paid out. I paid a radio person for that to help with that, a PR person. So and then
Can you
into
show me that?
context, wait.
Can
Yes,
you
I
show me
can.
that, please?
Yeah.
Show me that.
Okay.
That's all I want to see is just show me it broken down. Just that's it.
Okay. No, that's fine. But let me finish.
Go ahead.
So then when I guess you made a comment yesterday, someone sent it to me today. Even let's go back. So when you got upset and you made your comments on social. I'm like, where is this coming from? I called Sean, and that's where you got them texts. You put half the texts from. I called Sean. I said, Sean, what is happening here? I know the last conversation you did say to me, you said, Karen, I have to fucking get on. I got a baby coming. I got my woman. This shit need to go. I said, yes, I understand. I got you. I understand. But at the same time, this is not something that happens overnight.
I know
Then
that.
you went on, wait. Come on, I'll let you go.
Go ahead.
So then you went on Twitter the first time. You were upset. She took this and da. I called Sean. I have the call recorded. I said, Sean, what's up with this? He said, nah, he's upset. He's enraged, Karen. He just had his baby. He gonna take it down. He's just upset. Like, he just really, like, you guys gotta talk. You guys, I said, nah, at this point, I don't like this. And this is coming from a point of, like, I said, why is it okay that folks can be disrespectful online and we have to have these quiet conversations? I said, I want to get back on the phone with him, but why are we getting back on the phone after this? I said, this is messy as fuck for no reason. He said, nah, I'm gonna tell him to apologize. I said, tell him, say this. If he wants something to say to clean it up, here you go. We get back on the phone. And that's the little portion of the conversation you're showing. So even I'm thinking at this point, I'm like, you never posted it. I said, cool. If he wants to leave it like that, I'm gonna leave it like that. I've seen you after that. I've seen you after
Never
that.
seen
I'm
you. I just want to say I never seen
all right,
you. And if you
can I
think I seen
finish?
you, I didn't know it was you. I'm just saying that
Okay.
because if I
Okay.
knew it was you, I absolutely would have approached you. I'm that type of nigga. I definitely would have
Okay.
walked up to you. I'm not the nigga that's not gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna let
Okay.
you
Let's
finish though.
let's
I'm gonna
okay,
let you
okay.
talk. I'm
Let,
gonna
let
let you
me
talk.
finish and let's
Go
let's
ahead.
let's simmer down
Go
on
ahead.
the approach
Go ahead.
part
I'm gonna
with the
let you talk.
extraness. Let's
I'm gonna let you
yeah, let's
talk. Go
simmer
ahead.
down on that.
Cause
Let's
you
simmer
cause you
way
keep
down
cause you
on that.
keep with this
No, no, no,
narrative
no.
of oh
No,
you
you
see me
you
but you
keep
ain't gonna
narrative.
say nothing.
No,
I'm not
no,
that nigga.
but
Absolutely
no,
would have
no,
said
no.
something.
Bro,
I'm
let
No,
just
her
saying.
go. Let
So
her
you
talk,
kill
man.
that
listen,
Be
narrative. Kill
respectful.
that narrative.
Talk.
All
Let her
right,
talk.
Joe.
Jonah,
Let her
Jonah,
talk.
Jonah.
your
Let
Okay,
her
one
talk.
mic,
narrative.
one
No,
mic,
your
one mic,
narrative.
one
If
mic.
you
Hold
want to
up,
see
Karen.
me
Go ahead,
do
Jonah.
what,
Let her
listen,
talk.
I'm not
Okay,
talking tough to you. Don't talk tough to me. We're two individuals having a conversation
Go
because
ahead.
you're not
Speak.
gonna back down on
Speak.
a girl.
Speak.
go ahead,
Like when
Karen.
I said
Speak,
I
speak,
seen you,
Karen.
Speak.
seeing you not from a sense of, oh, we got beef. Oh, communication. I've said this from the prior before this. It would have been communication. And it wasn't that. I saw you write your thing. I said, damn, this nigga is still upset by this. So I hit Charlamagne. I said, I want to get this man on the phone. Because the last time we had some shit, the shit was on Twitter. We never communicated. I want to get this communication and I want us to come to a common ground because I don't want this nigga to feel like this. Because I do remember that conversation with us. And you said, my baby's about to be born. This shit ain't right. XYZ. I said, I do want to speak to him. Charlamagne told me what you felt. I said, forget it then. He still has an attitude and he's upset and he wants to do social. And you did social. That's what it was. So how exactly was I supposed to reach out? What else was I supposed to say when every time it's supposed to be a conversation is nah, it's this, it's all this aggression. Where's there supposed to find common ground that you're not fine with the way something happened? I literally kept everything from sitting here when you even talked about, excuse me, I'm going to this email too. Even when you talked about like, I'm gonna try to get you an agent. I have the email I sent to them. I was so fucking proactive with doing your business. I was proactive.